And aloha. And aloha. And the kids come up hot. I'm Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. This is the Bluenote Fan Report Intermission Show. And I forgot my hat. Brought to you by Forrest, Crump Enterprises, War Stories Coffee, and Mike Zook Enterprises. Let me bring in all of my co-hosts. I'm going to start with the Drop Hockey Podcast, Lance the Scott, who just disappeared on me.
I'm here. I'm just trying to fix the camera.
Banner and Richard Campbell. Hey, Rich, how you doing, buddy?
It's not going the way I expected it to go.
No, it is not, but it's going the way somebody said it would go. Oh my goodness. If I got a crystal ball. I'm sorry. I didn't see it going. I didn't see the 2-0, but I said 8 to 10 shots. The Blues have 11. I think Minnesota's got 6 or 7.
I think somebody mentioned Jordan Kyrou's name in the pregame.
Yeah,
that would have been me.
There you go, man. The Kyrou on fire, buddy.
Yeah, nice.
The Blaze shot was great.
That was beautiful.
The kids coming along great. Not a bad first period from Jordan. Hi, Guy Lance, a.k.a. Duke. Hi, Brock, a.k.a. Carl. And hi, Richard. Lance and Rich, whoop. Got to look at all those handsome men. Oh, thank you so much for that, Tanner. We appreciate it. And Ashley saying, Brock, we all appreciate. Great first period. One of the better first periods.
Real quick?
Yeah, go.
Quick. I just want to say to Ashley. Ashley put some stuff out on Facebook about her father, and it was very touching and very moving. I just want to let her know she's in my thoughts and prayers.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, and I apologize.
Yeah.
You know, with this show, man, as much as I'm on Facebook, it's all with this show, and a lot of times I miss it, man.
Anyway, just think about you, Ashley.
No, we're all thinking about you, Ashley. Trust me, we are. Roland Spink, I mentioned the Kyrou line will have a big night. Yeah, he did. I gotta ask. Let me. Richard said it didn't went the way you thought. What do you think about this period there, Lance?
Oh, I thought it was a great period. You're wondering who was going to score first. Both teams were playing pretty good defensively. The Blues definitely outshot them. I thought that the Wild, out of their 4, I think they had 4 shots on goal. Just a couple of those were pretty good opportunities, and Bennington stood tall, he stood tall, and he kept them 0-0, and they kept putting pressure on Kakkonen. And you know what happened? The Blues ended up getting a couple goals that late. When late goals kill you, late goals by you just do nothing but hype you up going into that locker room.
Oh yeah. This was the beginning of the game is exactly how we thought it was going to be. It was going to be a tight, tough game. They were both going to be playing playoff hockey, but at some point the Wild just broke down, in my opinion. And I can't wait to see what Ian says if he shows up for the intermission report.
What I like is that, at least for all 3 games we played, we've been solid. We've come out. We played strong. The second period, again, it's always been the thing that I got to go back to. I want to see it again. But I've been impressed with, if I kind of feel like we got Minnesota figured out. Now, that's a dangerous thing to say, and I don't really, maybe I don't mean that, but we're doing things, we're keeping them on their heels. Let's just put it that way. And I like seeing that.
Oh, my goodness. You must have gotten.
And I'll tell you something else. I listened to the other announcers on the game just so I get a different perspective. So I've been listening to Anthony and Mike, I think it is. Yeah, Mike Greenlay on the Wild broadcast. And I tell you, they brought out some very good points that, they're very honest guys. They went on of whoever has to play the Blues in the first round because they all think the Blues are going to get the 4th spot. I think most of us do. Is going to have a tough task, whether it's Colorado, whether it's the Knights. And I do agree, it's going to be a very tough game. And one thing that's good about this, with the Blues up 2-0, and they even brought this up, and I was thinking this, they don't play their 4th line very much when they're down. So those top 3 lines in the next 2 periods until they get tied or close to it, those top 3 lines are going to see a lot of minutes, which is good for the Blues because you can wear them down. That 4th line for the Wild aren't going to be out there very much.
Yeah. Hey, did I miss something with the penalties? I thought there was only one penalty, but NHL Network's got a whole bunch of penalties on there. They're saying that
one
I thought there was one.
Yeah, there was. Okay, they're clearing it up now. They had at the 410 mark, the 439, 455 mark, a whole bunch of O'Reilly minors, a whole bunch of minors. So there was one, Tyler Bozak for hooking, right? Yeah, that's what because they had us for 18 penalty minutes. And I was like, what the? Yeah, so I was kind of off. Shots, 11-6. 11-6 on the shots. Hits were 8-7 for St. Louis. Both had 2 giveaways. Blues had 3 takeaways. Minnesota had 4, block shots 2 apiece, and they changed block shots on me there. It was a little different. Okay, so that's what I got on the stats right now as they're switching around. Woo! This is Minnesota doesn't look like they came ready to play, especially towards the later part of it. 2-0, staying on your toes. There was 1 power play. Ashley Jones saying, thanks. I love you guys always here for me. Even if just to give me a distraction, just a great hockey family. We appreciate that. Aaron Culture. I love John Kelly's analogy about the David Perron line when he said the space that they were given to Minnesota on the ice, there was like 3 players in a phone booth. Very nice. E says the Blues are showing up. I'm not showing John's comment. He can just kiss my grits. If you remember that old saying. Alice. So let's get back. Huh?
Alice, that restaurant, Mel's Diner.
Mel's Diner. Yep. There you go. That's probably a way before your time there, Rich. Richard, what do you see? What do you see right now that the Blues are doing right and the Wild are doing wrong?
Well, at the beginning of the game, the Wild did what I expected them to do. They came in solid. They did what I expected them to do. They are a fast team, and they showed that in the early goings. But St. Louis changed the pace of the game. They started playing their type of hockey, which led Minnesota to play that type of hockey. And Minnesota doesn't have the depth to play like that. They don't have the players to play like that. St. Louis is a better grinder team, and ultimately grinder teams win in the playoffs. The only reason why Vancouver even came close to beating Vegas last year is Demko leading them in Game 5 and Game 6. And that's the only way I see it if like St. Louis and Minnesota isn't going to be a playoff series. But if this was a playoff series, that would be the only way Minnesota comes and beats St. Louis. Kai Conn staying on his head.
Yeah, this is, I mean, right now, it always seems like there's teams whose numbers you have, and there's teams who have your number. Phoenix has got our number. We might have Vegas or Minnesota's number. So to me, let Minnesota get that first playoff spot. Let them win the division.
Hey, what's the worst lead in hockey?
2-0. I know. And our second period woes are about to come up.
Yep.
Right. So which second period team shows up? The team that showed up the first night or the team that showed up last night? Right? The first game we played them, the bad team showed up. The last game we played them, the good team showed up. So who shows up? Right?
Well, I mean, I would stop you there. The good team gave up a 3-goal lead, though, too.
Okay, but I'm talking about the second period. That's what I'm talking about right now.
I just don't think even in the playoffs for the rest of the year, I don't think we're going to know what Blues team is going to show up in the second period. I think they're going to be up and down in the second period. Why? It's just baffling to me, whether they have a 2-goal lead or whether they're down 1-0, 2-1, 2-0. That second period continues to just be up in arms, and it just really flabbergasts me.
Yep. Hey, everyone. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan. You're watching the Bluenote Fan Report on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We got up to 30 viewers. We want to thank you so much. And we're presented by Forrest Crump Enterprises, Mike Zook Enterprises, and War Stories Coffee. Check out stlfanreport.com for more information. Joining me today is Lance DeScott from the Drop Hockey Podcast, Mr. Richard Campbell from Sports Street, and the Brock Banner from STL Fan Report and the Hockey Writers.
And also from the movie, and also from the Disney movie Up.
Yep, and from the Disney movie Up. But hey, you're from the movie The Secret Life of Pets.
Yep.
Can't forget that.
Nope.
Right? I'm sorry. You know, this is fun. Chris Vangle. Hi, Guy. You ain't lying. Second period is our speed bump. Thanks for sure. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you being here. John Hefner. Oh, God. Brock said it was 2-0.
Yeah.
Hey, 2-0 I can handle, man. 2-0 I can handle. It's not that other word that I won't say or I won't show. We're not saying it and we're not showing it. We need it. Oh, man. And I just made 10 viewers disappear. Woo! Okay. As we're moving along, what stat stands out to you right now? If you're just your eyes, what are you seeing? What stands out to you right now? And I'm going to start with Lance on that.
What stands out to me is, first of all, penalties. We know how the penalties have been really bad. The refs have been bad. And I thought, the call against Bozak is a pretty good call. I'm sure there are people out there complaining, but you had to call it, and it was a good call. And they didn't keep calling other penalties that they may have been able to call that were a 50-50 call, judgment call. But that's what stood out to me. The refs have basically put the whistle up a little bit and let him play.
Yeah, yep, I'm with you. Rich, what's your impression so far in the first period? What stood out to you?
What stood out to me is how that Carew and Thomas and Hoffman line has been performing. I was hesitant about that line as I watched Carew and Sonia for 3 or 4 years while he played here. I know what type of player he is, and he's showing that type of player and that type of skill in this game tonight.
Yeah, that line has been hot. Hey, Richard Lemons, this is the first time I've seen you. Welcome to the Bluenote Fan Report. We appreciate you being on and watching and your comment. Okay, Brock, what's your impression?
Well, again, I think that they're not tentative. They've been strong on the puck. Lance, your favorite thing, that they've been attacking the zone. They've been approaching the zone with authority, that there's not this tentativeness. We did not see that earlier in the season. So we know there's a habit that could come back at any time. But right now, they're gelling. They're putting it together. So, again, I just hope to see more of that. But, again, the big question is the second period, until they're able to consistently put together, you always have to consider that to be a concern.
So, yeah, and I've seen that, and that second period worries me. Here we go. D-zone turnovers, 4 apiece. Chances, 8-3. That's huge, and that's on the Blues. 17 attempts for the Blues, 10 for the Wild. So, Richard, you are now Stitch because you're so lovable. I'm okay. I like that. The fourth line's going. That's what's gotten me. I heard Panger say it. All 4 lines are playing the same brand of hockey. Mm-hmm. You don't get that a lot. You don't see that a lot where all 4 lines are doing the exact same thing. Okay, Coach Berube.
Here you go.
I applaud you and bow to you. You have got all 4 lines doing the right thing. Okay, see? I can say when you're good. Yes, sir.
I was going to say, I'm looking at the stats online, and they got no power plays at all. So something's weird with the stats on the power plays.
Yeah, I seen that. It was jumping around. Somebody's got something all messed up.
Yeah.
Jordan York says, "Oh my God, I could see Richard being Stitch." Because you're right. They both do have lovable personalities. I got that. And Rich, and I'm telling you, Rich, from the moment you've been on this show, your personality has come out, and we love what you bring to the show. Your brain, your personality, everything. We absolutely love you on this show, and I want you to know that. And I'm coming down. Ryan Green says Bennington looking sharp tonight, and we haven't talked about Bennington, and he has looked sharp. And I want him to continue to look sharp, but I want that defense to keep playing suffocating. And our defense has been suffocating tonight.
Yep. And it's like I said before the game, I expected a really good game from Bennington with 2.5 days off, and he's definitely given it to us in the first period.
Yeah, he has. He's stepped up. I think he made one really standard sign. Oh, you're also Gaston. I don't know about that.
Gaston.
Yeah, from Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
The big, thick. Yeah, but he was a bad guy. He was a bad guy. I mean, he was good looking. He was handsome, just like Richard, but he was a bad guy. So, and then see the positive aspects of him. That's strong and able and confident. Now that I like, because that's you, Rich.
Well,
that's you.
He's very confident because he's wearing a Red Wings jersey on a Blues podcast, so we know he's very confident.
Yes, he is, and we love it, man.
Yeah.
The lack of space we're giving Minnesota on the ice was what was pressing me the most. Yeah. No, I get it. I leave that. Yep. I can see Guy being Gaston. Yeah, all the bad parts of him. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, we're moving right along. We got about 4 minutes left or so. What do you expect in the second period? Who's coming out? I'm going to start up above me with Richard.
I expect Minnesota to get a little revival from Dean Everson from our coach and come out flying in for second period to start. I think they score a goal in the first 2 minutes, and I think it stays 2-1 until the last minute where the Blues will tuck in a goal.
Okay, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. Up in the corner here, Lance.
I'm going to agree with him mostly. I think Minnesota is going to come out and give the Blues their best in the second. If they don't, I'll be really shocked. But I think it's going to be a good period. I do think Minnesota is going to score a goal, but I think the Blues are going to hold on to the lead. I'm looking for another very closely played first period. Even though the Blues are up 2-0, this is a closely played game.
For me, it's the first 3 minutes of the period. They got to come out and prove. Because they've been snake bit early in periods, and that really changes the tone and changes a lot of things. I feel like if Minnesota gets that first goal, they're going to tie it up, and it'll either be at the end of the second or in the early third. So again, I expect it to the defense to really play some lockdown, but it does make me nervous about that they don't lock down early enough. It could be a problem.
Yeah, I see that too. But see, I'm going to go the opposite way, guys. I'm going to say that the good Blues show up in the third. I think that they've got some energy going, that they've got some movement going, and that they've got some power that they can build on. And as long as they do that stifling defense, and like Lance said, you keep those first 3 lines on, the third period can blow up. So the game is almost on. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, please check out War Stories Coffee, Mike Zook Enterprises, and Forrest Crump Enterprises. We'll see you all on the second intermission show. Aloha. Brock, stick around. I got to talk to you.